Hello, this is Roberto and this is the HVAC is my channel. Today we're going to be talking about wall stud spacing, especially the 16-inch OC. Alright, so let's get into it. So anytime we're doing a heat load calculation, rest check or anything in HVAC, we have to also be knowledgeable with what the wall is and how it is constructed. Okay, so one of the most important or popular terms is the 16-inch OC or 24-inch OC. So in this case, what is it? What is 16-inch OC? So if we have this in here, see, OC. So that's going to be that's the space. So that's the stud spacing. So we're going to put in here stud spacing. And what is OC? Actually, that means on center. And this applies for wood framing. See, wood frame. It could be also steel frame. See. So most of the time in residential, we're gonna have wood framing in residential. And then steel framing for commercial. Okay, so we're gonna have wood frame, steel frame, stud spacing, 16-inch OC, which means on center. Okay, so on the right side we have the framing. Okay, the framing for the wall. We're talking about wall actually in here. We're gonna put in here everything is related to the wall. So let's put in here, this is the wall. Okay, so what is the 16 inches? 16 inches is actually, I'm going to put this in pink so that way everyone notices. So in here, we're talking about the center. So these studs, these elements are going to be shown like this. I'm going to put this actually in green. Let's put in yellow. So these elements right here, see, are going to be shown like this. Okay, so this is something like this. Like this, and which is 2 inches by 4 inches. Something like that. So that's what we're gonna call 2 by 4, right? That's a 2 by 4. Okay, so those are the elements. However, and this is very interesting, this is but in reality, see, in reality, what we're gonna have is the following, because wood shrinks, right? So since wood shrinks, we're gonna take into account 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So technically, the width of these studs are gonna be 1.5, not 2. So let's continue doing this. We're gonna put this in pink again. So we were talking about the distance on center. The distance on center means that we're gonna take the middle, see the middle of the stud right here. That's the middle. The other middle is right here. And that distance is actually 16 inches. There we go. That's 16 inches. And then the OC means that we're measuring based on the center of the stud, on center. Okay. Now, so what would be the distance in between studs measured from the inner side? The inner side, which is good for cavity insulation, it is 14.5 inches. But you might be wondering, why is it 14.5 if the studs are 2 by 4? And again, because this happens when the wood shrinks. I'm gonna put this in here, shrinks. Okay, shrinks. Because originally when it's cut, it's green wood, we have the original dimensions 2 by 4. But when it shrinks, it's because it's dried. It's dried off, it dried. So it dries, so it ends up being smaller. So that's why whenever we're taking this into account, we're doing a 1.5 by 3.5. So it is a smaller dimensions. Based on those smaller dimensions, we have the interior is going to be 14.5 inches. And then So then what would be the width? So this width right here to here, see that width is considered 1.5 inches. Okay, so in general, what is very important is this number right here. Well, I'm going to put that in white. The 16 inches is the most important one, see? So usually, whenever we're doing heat load calculations, you're going to have, for example, a wall that is going to be either, see, wall, let's put in here wall, right here, wall. So for the wall, we're going to have either 16 OC, see, on center, or 24 OC on center. And this is very important because now you have in here that this is actually for the cavity insulation, see? So let's gonna put in here, this is for cavity insulation. Cavity insulation, all right? And the other part is gonna be for continuous insulation, but that's going to be for another video. So these spaces that are in here are for cavity insulation. Cavity insulation. Usually this becomes like, for example, R13, R15, and the higher it goes, we're gonna need more stud spacing. For example, for 16 OC, we're gonna have R13, R15, and possibly whenever we have R21 or R19, it's preferably, we're gonna have 2x6. See, 2x6, and the stud spacing will be 24 OC. 24 OC. All right. Now just a little bit more on this. This is called the top plate, and the other one is called the bottom. Is gonna be called the bottom plate. All right, bottom plate. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave any comment and subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for watching the HVAC is my channel. I'll see you in the next video.